Hi, my beautiful Pisces Patreons. This is Jessica from Good Vibrations, bringing you your July 2023 reading. Now, Pisces, thank you so much for your support here on Patreon, and for those of you that are also subscriber members on my Instagram page, thank you, thank you, thank you. I do want you to know that I will be releasing this video to my YouTube channel, okay? Probably a week or two after I release it to you. So you will still get access before I release it to the public. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started. Oh no, I forgot my water. I'm going to go grab my water real quick. And this is why I love Patreon so much, because I can be myself and at ease. And if I need to stop to go grab my water because I forgot it, I can. And my Patreons are amazingly very chillaxed. Okay, so we have what we're going to start off with, Pisces, is the we're going to start off with the energy of July for you. And that's going to be the 6 of Swords, the 10 of Cups in reverse, and the 5 of Swords. And then we're going to look at your challenges, Pisces. And your challenges can be a variety of things, okay? It can be people around you. It can be acquaintances. It can be complete strangers. It can be your family members, your job, your co-workers, or it can even be you, okay, creating the challenge, because you may have a block that, that you don't understand that you have, or you're in denial about something. And when you're in denial about something, it's kind of hard to understand how to release the block. And denial is really just a lack of awareness within ourselves. When we know better, we do better, okay? So when we're in denial, it's just that we just really lack that awareness inside of ourselves. And then we're going to look at the positive stuff incoming for you in July and the energy continuing on, okay? So it could be lessons you're gaining, strengths you're gaining, ideas you're gaining. Okay, so it's really important to pay close attention to the incoming energy, the positive energy as well. And then we have, I'm sorry if I didn't explain the challenge area. We do have the 9 of Swords in reverse, the 6 of Wands, and the 2 of Coins, or 2 of Pentacles in reverse. And then in our incoming positive energy, we have the Ace of Swords in reverse, the Magician, and the Empress. And then we have the near future, okay? So the near future, or what's coming in the future, is anything after you click off this video. It's the near future, 1 second, 1 minute. But it could also be because, in quantum energy readings, we can't really determine time frames. It is possible, and sometimes the time frames do synchronize with the actual events. However, it can be, 1 week, a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, even, a full year's energy, because their determination, their being the divine, because everything's in divine timing, their divine timing and our divine timing could be completely off. Okay, usually our ego is the one that's right, kind of driving the bus when we are, impatient and focused on when things are going to happen. All right, so with that said, let's let's go ahead and get started. I was going to say let's get it. There's this Sagittarius tarot reader that I listen to on YouTube, and he always says, with that said, let's get it. I like him a lot. I like him a lot, but I can't remember his name. That's horrible. All right, so the Six of Wands is telling me that you're moving away from something. And when I feel like you're moving away from something that used to cause you a lot of sadness, that didn't bring you any joy, okay? So you're moving away from anything and anyone that no longer fills you up with joy. And you're moving into calmer waters. So you are releasing something. And I think that this is great that you're releasing this, because somehow by you moving on and healing from whatever was not bringing you happiness, joy, in your community, because this is connected to community, people around you, really propels you in a position, in a direction that moves you towards your rite of passage. It's like you're really stepping into your power. You may not recognize it. You may not, fully understand how you're stepping into your power and how you're making way for something that is part of your rite of passage by leaving behind these people that are not bringing you any joy into your life. There's not an equal reciprocity in this energy. So you will end up releasing this. This creates a transition for you, okay? And that transition starts to continue on, moving you toward what is your rite of passage, what is for you, what's part of your rite of passage, because right next to it, you have the Five of Swords. So you're dealing with people, okay, that are really cutthroat and very cutthroat and cause a lot of conflict, okay? And it doesn't mean that they always have to be causing physical conflict, but they cause confusion in your mind. And when you're confused and you're ruminating about what is going on, kind of being like, what the F, and thinking about the conflict, it creates emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion within your energy field. So it starts to bog down your energy, creating, you start to physically feel drained, okay? Then mentally, you start to feel sad and depressed because you're surrounding yourself with the wrong people for some reason. Okay. But what I like is that you're going to start moving away from that. You're going to start healing from that energy, and you're going to start feeling calmer emotionally, mentally. It's going to be like, I can breathe again. You're even going to find that you don't miss them after a while, or whatever you're leaving behind, because it was too much of a conflict for you, too confusing, too competitive. It was messing with your mind, messing with your emotions, confusing you. And in return, all you were getting was a lack of enjoyment, sadness. Like your sunshine, your joy was being taken from you because you were placing yourself in the wrong environments, around the wrong people. Okay. All right. So then we move into your challenge area. I apologize. And we have the Nine of Swords in reverse, the Six of Wands, and the Two of Pentacles in reverse. With the Nine of Wands in reverse, what is happening here? One of your challenges is you're going to be facing some type of inner turmoil, and you might feel despair. You might feel despair because, you're dealing with these cutthroat people that are sucking the joy out of you, okay? But you're also afraid to ask for help, okay? or you don't want to ask for help. And that's asking for help is going to be a challenge for you. For whatever reason that may be for you. And then with the Six of Wands, another challenge for you, which I do find that many Pisces are very humble people. I'm not saying that all Pisces are humble people. Depends on our placements. If you have a Pisces sun with a certain different other placements, they may not be as humble, but most Pisces are pretty humble. So they don't always like to be seen or in the spotlight. That's going to be one of your challenges. People are going to be keeping an eye on you, okay? And it can be in a positive and negative way, but it doesn't matter, because your light is going to be shining bright. You are, that's one of your challenges, is being seen. Like, people are really going to see you, your light, who you are, what you bring to the table, what you offer. This is you making progress. And possibly receiving public recognition. And that may be a challenge for you, for people to be like complimenting you all the time, because you may not get as much privacy. Okay. And, us Pisces really love our privacy. Many of us are introverts. I haven't met too many extrovert Pisces, but I'm sure they're out there somewhere. But so being in front of the spotlight can be a little bit difficult for us. Even I am behind the camera. Okay. And so it may be difficult for you to receive all this, praise, applause, success, victory, and for other people to see, to really see you. So, and I can certainly understand that. And then we do have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. One of the things, you may feel overwhelmed. That's a challenge, feeling overwhelmed because of all, the success that's going to be coming in for you, like all the praise that's going to be coming in for you. You may be like, wow, you just didn't see it coming. And all you had to do was leave this conflict behind. Leave all these people that were like stealing your joy and your happiness. And then all of a sudden you start moving forward and you start feeling overwhelmed by the amount of attention and success that, starts coming your direction. You also may struggle a little bit with feeling a lack of balance in your life. And I mean, if you're not accustomed to a lot of attention or being seen and praise, that can, throw you off a little. Okay, but you could also be thrown off because you do start that energy with, having a difficult time asking for help. You also may be challenged with being disorganized, and prime Pisces pattern. Our counter opposite is Virgo, and they're very organized, so we could learn a lot from them. If you're a Pisces with Virgo moon or Virgo placements, you may be a little bit more organized than the other Pisces around, but it can be a little bit it's a challenge for us every day, okay, to stay organized, to keep things in order. Okay, so with that said, then we're going to move into the positive. And the positive here is we do have the Ace of Swords in reverse. And with that energy, here I feel like you go into this energy a little bit confused because of, the things that are happening, but somehow this confusion is actually a positive for you, okay? And so is the chaos, okay, that maybe the challenges and the other energy is creating. because you take this confusion and this chaos and you turn it into something very successful. It's like the tools at hand are the confusion and the chaos. And you take those tools and you reverse them and you turn them into something magical. What you think you can, okay? So it's like you turn the confusion in your mind, the clouded, maybe your mind was clouded and you were not getting any ideas. And all of a sudden, all your tools, all the resources that you have innately turn around inside of you and you reach some type of formula. You get it, you know that you can, and you do create something that brings in a lot of fertility, a lot of success, a lot of grounding. I also see you nurturing yourself, being generous with yourself and others. It's like you take all that success, all that victory, all that attention, you know, and you take the energy of confusion and chaos and you turn it into, like I said, something very magical, very stable and sustainable that brings you a lot of success. You embody all the queens. So you went from feeling unbalanced to extremely strong in your power, fully balanced, integrated with all the tools. So basically you have the wands energy. So you have fire, you have earth, you have water, and you have air. So you embody all the elements, and then you embody all the queens, so the feminine energy. And you have, you know, the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. I was like, which queen am I missing? So you come into balance, and you literally use all your tools, all your resources, and you integrate them, and you become the Empress. Okay, it doesn't matter if you're a masculine energy watching this reading. You know, there's no gender on the other side. Something that we also struggle here in the physical realm with, because, you know, our physical eyes see a man with different body parts and a woman with different body parts. But on the other side, there's just not a gender, you know, it's an energy. And as energies and souls, we just choose what body we're going to hop into and plant ourselves in as we have the human experience, okay? So we're humans, spiritual beings having a human experience. Okay, so then we have the Queen of Cups in reverse and the Devil, and the Page of Cups in the Queen of Cups is in reverse. So in the near future, you will be, you know, taking care of yourself a little bit more, okay? Because the Queen of Cups, and you may be forced to take care of yourself, okay? Sometimes, depending on the level of stubbornness, you know, a lot of times we will put ourselves last. You know, again, Pisces is a very humble sign. They're also a very giving sign. They are a sacrificial, you know, very sacrificial for their family, for their friends, okay? And, you know, people in the community, they're just, you know, really, really giving. So with the Queen of Cups in reverse, there is a connection to taking time for yourself. Also, you know, by taking time for yourself, you end up, you know, going internally and assessing what's going on inside of you, you know, your inner feelings. And there may be a period that, you know, something happens, and on the shadow side, and the shadow shows up here, the Devil, on the shadow side, you may start to feel like a martyr, like a victim, like you've been victimized in some way. especially with maybe the upper energy up here of whomever in your community is causing this lack of joy and confusion and chaos and, conflict. But ultimately, there's an energy of independence here. So I love that next to the devil, because the devil, indicates that you are bound to something. There's a bondage happening. And with the Queen in reverse, it's telling me that somehow you release yourself from that bondage, whether it's codependency, egotism. And a lot of people are like, yeah, I'm not in my ego. The ego is an interesting, entity or part of us, because it doesn't always have to be that you're a brute or that you're materialistic or you're vain. It doesn't have to be those things. It can be that you don't want to be seen. That's a shadow. That you don't know how to handle compliments. And you don't know how to receive this victory, this success, this praise. That's a shadow. And look at that 6 of Wands is under the devil. But eventually, you release that. You also release a lot of insecurities that you've been holding on to, which insecurity is connected to egotism, the devil, bondage, because insecurity is something that you're perceiving in your mind because of whatever your ego, your mind is telling, whatever story it's telling inside of your mind. And then that creates a perception, a subconscious perception that you keep holding on to. There's a release. There's a you become, you release yourself from these bonds at some point, okay? At first, you will be dependent. So there's a bondage to an idea, to a person, to a thought. One idea and a thought's the same thing, sorry. It could be a habitual habit. It could be people pleasing. A lot of people don't understand that people pleasing is a fear. It's a fear of not being liked, okay? Codependency is, you feeling like you have to take care of everybody else. You have to find the solution. You need to be the caretaker for everyone else, when the only person you're truly responsible is for yourself. Now, of course, you have young children, you're responsible for them. I'm not trying to suggest that you neglect your responsibilities. I'm saying anyone outside of, your 18, age group that, that's not your child, you got to stay in your own lane and let their life be their teacher, and allow your life to be your teacher, and free yourself from this, whatever things you feel you're bound to, okay? And but I do, right here we have some grapes, and grapes are connected to strengthening your mental powers, okay? So I feel like something shifts and you start connecting to your mental powers, because you need to. If you notice, there's a lot of sword energy here. So there's a lot of overthinking, being in your mind, which creates a lot of confusion. It creates emotional, instability for you, Pisces, and it creates physical, like you're drained. You by the overthinking. It drains you. It creates too much conflict in your mind, which then starts, creating emotional, mental, and then physical misalignments. So the grapes also are connected to Fertility, again, fertility. Okay, so some of you Pisces, if you don't want to conceive a child, I would, be careful. You know what to do if you're an adult. So, because I'm seeing the possible, there's a lot of symbolism. There's only one card that really suggests, that type of fertility, but it's coming out. So I'm just saying it, okay? But fertility in the sense of being fertile and new things, new forms of abundance coming in. And please remember that abundance is just not a monetary gain, okay? Because a lot of humans are always really focused on just, only seeing abundance as a connection to monetary gain, you know? All right, another message that I really like for you Pisces is it doesn't matter, you may energetically it may not feel like you're making progress, but this Six of Wands says you are, okay? And that's the challenge, you accepting that you are making progress and that you're winning, okay? You are winning. But we have the Magician, which is a 1, and we have the Two of Pentacles, and we have the Empress, which is a 3. So 1, 2, 3. This is an ascending number. This ascending number is telling me, so ascending numbers are anything 1, 2, 3, anything that goes up 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, okay? When you see these numbers on the clock or wherever you see them, it's an indication that you are moving forward and that you are making progress. It also means that you could be taking the long route to get there. So if you're frustrated, you're tired, you're exhausted, you are the one that's taking the long route when there is actually a direct alternative. Okay, there's actually a direct way for you to get there, but you just may not get there, may not know how to get there because you're too much in your head, too much in your head. You're trying to figure it out through your physical mind, and it is physically impossible to figure it out, to figure out what's happening, why it's happening by using your physical mind. It's not possible. Your physical mind is not designed to do that. However, your physical mind is designed to perceive why things happen, why they happened, and why they are happening. But it is all a perception. And that's why so many people, especially our air signs, are emotionally, mentally, and physically exhausted because they're exhausting themselves trying to figure it out from their physical mind's perception. And it's only a perception. It's not even the truth. It's just your own perception. The only way to receive what you need to know is to tap into your higher self and gain that information from something that's beyond your physical mind. So, the universe with the ascending numbers is also telling you that you do need to release certain things that are holding you back. And the energy is saying you've got to move on. You're moving forward. You're moving on to calmer waters, to something different. Okay. And, you also need to delegate, if you have family members, children, delegating, their house chores, delegating at work, streamlining, okay? So you do have a part that you have to play in the progress that you are making and moving forward, but you also are playing a part whether you're taking the very long route or the direct route, okay? And I think you're trying to get to the direct route, but it's, taking you a bit to get there. We also have I'm trying to see what else we have. We have the number 66 here because we have the 6 of Swords and the 6 of Wands. So I'm going to see what the number 66 means for you. All right, 66. It's imperative to exercise self-love right now. You are such a beautiful human. You may have been putting others' needs in front of your own, and while service is an act of the divine, you cannot give from an empty cup. Treat yourself with care and the respect you deserve. Experiencing yourself and your feelings creatively through poetry, art, craft, dance, writing, anything that expresses your passions could be especially restorative for you. Okay, what was I talking about earlier? That, you know, Pisces tend to forget to take care of themselves. Okay, and they are definitely humanitarians and often do a lot of acts of service for others. The universe is saying that you need to par back on that. Okay, you need to reel yourself in, and you need to show yourself that you love and respect yourself. And that's the thing, energetically. You can be the most giving person in the world, but if you're showing the universe that you don't love and respect yourself, you're going to end up in these situations often, because that's the energy that you are projecting. You're projecting that you don't love and respect yourself, that you can be run over at any time and be taken advantage at any time. It's kind of like your kindness being seen as a weakness. I'm not saying that they're doing it on purpose. I'm just saying that that's what's happening. Everything's a projection. And it's always fun when you're... So we have increase your knowledge. Education brings opportunities. Take a course, pick up a book, or find a mentor to teach you what your soul longs to know. For those of you who do not know, I am a spiritual mentor. You can find that information on my website in the description box. I do scan the people I mentor. So first we have a consultation to see if we are going to be a good fit, and if you are a good candidate for, you know, what I'm going to offer you. Some people, you know, say that they want mentorship, but then they don't want to always take accountability or responsibility for the homework they need to put in. It's hard work. Whoa. Well, that's too many cards, so I'm going to try again. So I'm feeling called to take that card for you. I'm going to keep doing, shuffling some more. But we have abundance mindset. If you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment. And that is what you will experience. So every day I would wake up and say that I am grateful for all the abundance that this day has to offer. Or maybe before you go to sleep, thank yourself for everything that you can see as something that was very abundant. Like, you know, I had 3 meals today. That's abundance, okay? I had quality drinking water. My internet stayed working all day. These are all forms of abundance. Then we have courage to ask for and accept help. Ironic there, huh? Asking for help is a sign of strength. as is accepting it as it is offered to you. Very often when you ask God for help, prayers are answered through other people. Be sure to accept this assistance as well as give it to others as you are guided. Absolutely. Let's see what you need to surrender. Surrender the drama. Remember, drama, chaos, confusion. No matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Staying centered will help resolve the issue more quickly. And that's really vital information for Pisces. Okay, all water signs in general, but you know, this is a reading for Pisces. We are governed by our emotions, and because we are governed by our emotions, we don't always react properly when we are angry, or we hold it in for a very, very long time and we explode, sometimes on the person that harmed us, but sometimes it's not even, you know, it's a complete different person. So that shows a lack of immaturity on our behalf, that we are not able to regulate our own emotions. As you age, that changes, because with age comes experience, and you have had enough experiences where you have been triggered, where you have been challenged. When you actually do the work, which is part of spiritual mentorship, when you actually do the work, you start to shift the way that you react to negative situations that are triggering you. You just allow them to, basically, you just allow them. I don't want to say that you ignore them, but they just don't affect you the same. And the way that you react is often, once you've matured into being able to stabilize your emotions and to step into your own emotional intelligence. So you learn to control your emotions, and by learning how to control how you control your emotions, you learn how to control how you react to certain situations, which is magnificent. I've seen it in full bloom over time for me. Okay, I'm almost hitting 50. I still got a couple of years, but I've definitely seen how how I have shifted emotionally over time. Okay, so here are your affirmations for July. I am filled with faith. I am filled with faith. I am filled with faith. I am grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful. And you can add whatever you're grateful for. I would keep it as simple as possible so that you can actually implement this for the full month of July and actually commit to being grateful and, being filled with faith. Like, really give it your full attention. 1 minute for this affirmation, 1 minute for that affirmation, twice a day. As soon as you wake up, that's when you are still coming out of a deep hypnotic state, a theta state. So it's the perfect time to say your affirmations. And then right before you're going to bed, that is another time that is great, because again, you're going into that deep hypnotic state, connecting to your theta state. And the affirmations really go deep into your subconscious mind. All right, thank you so much for my Patreon supporters. Thank you to those Patreons that support me here on Patreon and on my Instagram members only subscription. I am very grateful for you. Thank you. And for my YouTube viewers, please hit that like button, leave a comment, and if you would like to know more about the other services that I offer, please go into that description box. And namaste. The light in me recognizes the light in you. And Please be nice to my friend. Who's my friend? You are.